Where are we, Claire?
We're in the van.
Yeah, and we're in the van for a very specific reason, because this week has been the renewal of the insurance on the motorhome.
Okay.
I've held back genuinely telling Claire what happened. Now, you do know that something's happened.
Yeah, I do know, and I know that you're not too happy about it.
I'm not happy, but I haven't gone into the details because, you know, the more that we do on YouTube, the more you all get to know us. And we're probably sharing too much now, so oversharing, I think they call it, don't they? But I thought that I'd tell Claire so you can see Claire's genuine reaction rather than, you know, us just talking about it. And then you can tell us what you think. And I'm going to chip in as well and tell you what I think about it. So this is the first renewal since I had a motorbike stolen, and that was in March. This is not somewhere where the motorhome goes. When it happened, we rung all the insurance places up and we told them what had happened, and they put a note on the account. So we got a renewal through. We've not had to claim for the motorhome, got no claims or anything. I can't remember how many no claims I've got, but like maximum really, no claims. And the quote for this year came in at £578.
£578.
Which is cheaper than last year because we paid 600 and something.
Right.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's what I thought. But I thought, well, I'm just going to be on the safe side because they did say that they'd made a note of this theft, but you'd expect maybe a slight increase. But then I had been told that maybe what happens is because the bike's different to a motorhome, it might not affect it.
And it doesn't go to the same place, like you said. Okay.
So I rung them up and I said, you know, here we are. Now, it's worth noting that for us, we have some special conditions written down on our insurance because we do YouTube and vlogging. The insurance knows that we do all this. And it's not... With different insurers, some like it, some don't. Some think that, I think some insurers think that you're doing loop-the-loops in it or something because, you know, we have this with motorbikes and things.
Kind of videos.
Yeah, but we've had it with the motorbikes where you try and explain what you're doing and it just goes sky high. On the motorbikes, if you mention something like this that you're doing, well, you have to mention it, but some of them, they want to like charge 6 times the amount, and it seems that they can't quite differentiate between, you know, just having a camera on your bike or delivering things as a courier. Because the amount that of some of the quotes that I got on the bike stuff were, if you're delivering Domino's pizzas, then I'm not sure how you make that work. We're talking thousands of pounds.
They don't tell them what they're doing.
I don't know. Yeah, well, interesting. However, so we've got these special conditions on our insurance.
Yeah. Well, we like to be safe, don't we?
Well, we've got to be.
Do the right thing.
We've got to. You have to be. That's how insurance works. £578. That included business insurance, and it also included
the video stuff.
Yeah, for the videos and everything else. 10,000 miles a year.
Okay.
Which we do just under.
We work that out,
because we always make sure we do.
Okay. So you're happy with that?
Well, I was. So I rung up and I thought, well, I'll just double check that we've got this on there about the bike theft. Oh, no, we didn't run that through the quote. Oh, okay. Well, we need to run that through the quote. Yes. I said, will it make a difference? Yeah, it will. Okay. So I was put on hold for 20 minutes.
20 minutes?
About 20 minutes because they had to get a referral with the underwriter.
And it's a motorhome, not a motorbike, totally separate thing?
Different thing.
Okay.
Just to give a little bit of background on the motorbike situation, okay, when the motorbike was stolen, it was chained with security.
I know,
got plenty of security on there. So it wasn't like the keys were left. It was next to a CCTV camera and it was under a lamppost and it was opposite a building that had people in it looking out the window.
A massive council building.
Yeah. Now, that was put down as me at fault, and when I challenged that, they said, well, it doesn't really mean that you're at fault, but it's a fault claim.
Why are you at fault?
Well, I've thought about this quite a bit since, and the reason that they call that is, and they go, oh, it's not you at fault, it's because they've had to claim on it. So, although I'm not at fault as in that I've
Somebody
stolen
else stole it,
but although I'm not at that, to them, it's like I'm at fault. I'm now a risk. I've got a black mark. And they say that statistically, I'm more likely to have loads of things stolen now.
Yeah, but you've got more security on it than ever before.
Statistically, there's not correlation.
What statistics are they?
It's not correlation. It's statistics, isn't it? So they look at the big data and they go, oh, right, so they've claimed, oh, and look, they've claimed again. But that's also for people that are really bad drivers and keep running into things. The fact of the matter, as far as I'm concerned, is that somebody came along and decided to help themselves to a bike. Well, maybe getting off topic anyway.
Okay, right, back to the motorhome.
20 minutes later.
Yeah.
Do you know what the new insurance quote is?
No idea.
£938.
So it's kind of double.
Almost.
But this motorhome, we've never claimed on it. It's never been stolen.
Different insurance policy. £938.
Well, that's really bad.
So is there anything we can do about it? No, that's just how it is. That's as cheap as we can get it. So, as I said, we've got these extra clauses in that take a lot of time.
So, that's really annoying then, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm really cross about that.
Oh, yeah. You're gonna
I am really cross about
Claire,
that.
we aren't done. You're going to get even more cross.
Well, what else?
That's not it. That's not it. So I said, okay, we'll take that then, because I didn't want to go through all that rigmarole.
Okay.
And to be fair, I haven't got the time now. I know that people can shop round and they can do this and do that. Genuinely, do not have the time. I work 12, 13, 14 hour days. Well, that's it. I've just got in now and, and we're doing videos, aren't we? So
okay, so what else is there?
Well, I said, okay, so we'll have that insurance. Thank you very much. She says, you can't. I said, what do you mean I can't? Well, that's the quote. I said, yeah, so that's the quote. So let's go for that.
So why are you telling me that then?
She says, because there's conditions to it. And I said, what are they? She says, you need to fit a tracker to the vehicle or you won't be insured.
Okay.
Okay?
Well, we've got one, haven't we?
No. It's got to be one of the trackers that they want.
Okay.
So, and that's not it.
How much is that?
Well, I said, what do I do then? Where do I get one from? She says, well, you need an S5 tracker. And S5 plus the tracker. I'll come back to what that actually means. If you know about trackers, you probably know where I'm going with
So it's a good tracker that they...
Oh, it's really good. I said, so where do I get one from? She says, well, we recommend these two people.
Right.
So I got in touch with a really nice guy called Tony. And he was from a place called Gap Securities or something like that. Who they put me onto. And Tony were talking to me and he says, oh, what is it? I said, well, I've got to have a tracker fitted or I can't get insurance on the motorhome. So you got to think about it. If I hadn't have done it, come 1st of December, we would have had no insurance.
Well, we would have had insurance. We would have had the £500 insurance.
You're not allowed it.
But it would have just renewed, wouldn't it?
No, because that's not true insurance.
But what I mean is technically we would have had insurance, but if there'd been a problem, it'd been null and void.
No, you can't do that. You've got to declare everything.
I know, but...
So what happens, right?
Yeah.
What usually happens is you buy your insurance, and then
you get your
the policy then is active, and then they can search your database and they go, hang on. So everything has to be declared. So you can't do that. You've got to declare it. So you can't have the 500. That's null and void. That quote no longer exists.
Right.
It's been scrapped. So I said to Tony, I need an S5 tracker. He goes, okay. He says, so what that is £549. And that's fitted and will come out to you.
For £500?
£549.
Can the tracker get moved to another van?
No.
No.
So I knew you were going to say this. Go on.
Well, I don't want it then.
Okay. The reality of this, you see, this is what happens in our house.
We don't want to keep the van.
The 1st of December.
I know what you're saying.
There's no insurance.
I'm really cross about this.
So if somebody,
this is the final thing you're telling me.
So if somebody comes and steals the van,
I know
you've
what you're
lost
saying.
it.
I know what you're saying.
It's not insured.
I'm really cross about that.
Okay. So £549.
Okay.
But it's on subscription. So
you got to pay for that as well?
You got to pay for a subscription.
How much
so
is
that's £159 a year.
Right.
Okay. So we're up to £700 on top of £938. That says we're going to have it then.
Yeah.
I felt like I've been kicked in the stomach, right? This is because some little scrote came and helped himself to my bike. We knew where it was, but we couldn't get to it. Nobody went down Nobody, you know who I'm talking about, went down to help us.
They just closed it off.
I actually found
They
somebody.
just closed this case off.
And I got pictures on a different stolen bike, riding with a group
With your
my
bike?
stolen bike. I found an address that he'd gone
You
into.
can see his face.
If you go on Google Maps, you can see tracks to the back of the house that's actually got tyre tracks.
I'm really upset about this now.
And the officer that came out, who didn't even bother taking any witness statements, even though there were witness statements.
He closed it off.
He sat in our kitchen and said, I really wish we could have got your bike back. And I said, well, you could have done. And he went, And that was it. And this is not representative of all police officers, and we know that it's a hard job and everything. But in this particular case, I am absolutely fuming that nothing was done about it. And
now it's another £1,700.
We're not done yet, Claire.
We're not done yet.
We're not done yet. It gets worse. So I went back and I rung the insurance and I said, okay, we've booked it in. Tony's sorted me out. And she says, what tracker is it? And I says, well, it's an S5 tracker.
Yeah.
She goes, S5? And I went, yeah. She went, no, that's not strong enough.
But that's what they just said.
No. So I wrote, if you look back on what I said to you, S5 plus tracker. Well, the S5 is not plus a tracker, it's an S5 plus. That's the name of the model. S5 plus.
So you quickly ring Tony back?
Tracker. Tony.
Got the wrong one.
I've got the wrong one, mate.
Right.
I need an S5 plus. All right, well, that's got an immobiliser on there as well.
Okay. So does that mean that if somebody stole this motorhome, you can cut the van off or whatever?
It'll not start unless they've got this other thing that you need.
And can you put a 5 plus on another van?
No, they're fitted to the van.
Just double checking.
They're fitted to the van.
How much is the 5 plus?
So it was 549. Now we're at 699. So it's £700 plus the subscription. So that's cost us nearly £900 on top. So a £578 quote went to just under 1,800 quid.
That's really naughty, very unfair for people that work hard every day, pay the taxes, and then they have to pay all that money.
But what if we weren't working all them hours? We wouldn't be able to afford it. But I've just worked all them hours, just hand it over. So I worked it out between the motorhome and the bikes, right? I'll tell you because you're all as friends. I know some of you aren't the horrible commenters, so you can naff off. I'm in that kind of a mood, but everybody else,
so what?
They're all as friends. So between where it got stolen and now, the extra costs in insurance.
Oh.
Okay. I got paid out £4,800 for the theft.
Well, that was your bike.
Yeah. Now, I must admit, the insurance company were very good. There were only one little bit where, when I reported it, they gave me a lie detector test, which I thought were a bit off, but they don't care about that, and it's business, whatever. I passed it, by the way. So,
of course you did.
Yeah. So I got paid out £4,800. So since March to now, I've paid £3,500 in extra insurance costs across the vehicles.
And somebody's riding your bike somewhere still.
It's not being recovered. Nobody knows where it is.
Somebody's still riding your bike.
Just disappeared into thin air.
A beautiful bike.
I know where it is.
Right,
I know which village it was in.
We could probably go and find it now, couldn't we, to be honest? Not that we've got the time. We ain't got time. Too busy working to pay for insurance.
If anything else goes.
So then, let's just recap then. So how much to reinsure this van? £1,800?
Well, including the conditions, yeah.
And that's all the conditions? There's no more conditions?
No. But that subscription is yearly.
I get that, yeah.
And you've got to keep that subscription to get
It's valid. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But the thing is that I have to declare that my bike was stolen for 5 whole years.
So you basically, for the next 4 years, we've got the same problem.
Yeah. So we're going to get absolutely rinsed every single time.
I don't even want to say what could happen if another bike got stolen.
I know. That's it. The problem is that the bike was outside work. I was sat working, and a good portion of that goes into tax. So I was working towards then. If I hadn't turned up, then I wouldn't have had all this problem.
You'd been better off, probably. Oh.
I know.
Right.
So that's where
I'm very upset about that then. You're right. I'm very upset about it.
I thought you'd be even more upset, if I'm honest. But
I'm really cross about it. I'm holding it in, so...
I'm livid about it. I'm sick of it, and I'm sure other people are. And this is like probably not the normal video that we normally make, but it's like I'm genuinely like a state of despair with what's happening. how can that be justified? How can that be? You know, at the end of the day, you're a victim of a crime, and
the
then you get
victim is the key
absolutely
word.
rinsed. Yeah, because let's break it down.
Yeah.
Because our insurance premiums have gone up. There's insurance premium tax on that. So that's at a percentage of the insurance, which means that we're now paying more tax on the insurance, even though we paid tax towards a service that was not activated by getting any help from you know,
I agree.
things. That's why you pay it. You know, and I know that it goes into all sorts of different places and different things, and we've got different debts. And Rachel's coming back at us very shortly, wanting more. But why can't I have a bit of service? Why, if I'm working 12, 13, 14 hours, can't I have a bit of service? Why is it then that because I've had a bike stolen, that I have to pay even more towards it, even though nothing was done in the first place? Because before that bike gets stolen, well, there's been a complete breakdown of everything else, because I know in the village where my bike ended up, I know people that live there and they report about stolen bikes week in, week out, and nothing changes. So there's also...
They've seen your bike. They've seen your bike,
exactly.
So it's definitely there.
There's also the VAT on the tracker. All right? Yeah. So out of £700, well, that's what? £140. So I've just paid £140 back into the system.
It's a win-win for one person only.
That didn't do anything.
Isn't it?
Well, it's not for us.
It's not. Well, it's a win-win for the tax man. It's a win-win for the people that are stealing their bikes, because they've got free bikes and they don't even have insurance,
exactly.
I would imagine. So they're not paying insurance in premium costs.
And I go on, and you know that I use ChatGPT, and I go in and I go, this, and I have my little rant, and you know I have my little rants with it. And it says, it might seem unfair. I know it seems this. Well,
it is unfair.
I'll break it down, ChatGPT, right? Somebody's got a free bike. Insurance have paid out, but they're going to get the money back very shortly, and they'll make more off it and profit from it. I'm paying more tax and VAT, and I ain't got my bike back, and I'm just getting my bank account cleared out. If we weren't working all these hours, we might have had to get rid of Motorhome. It's not insignificant money, is it?
No, very more mad now. This is happening to lots of people, isn't it?
It is. I think we're all fed up of it, aren't we? We're all sick to death of it. How far does it keep going? Do you know what I mean? It's like...
Well, it might not even be worth working at some point. Joking aside.
Well, there is that. And that's
I shouldn't
actually,
say that, but...
Well, that's a valid thing, actually. That's a valid point. Because I've been thinking a lot about this, and I've been looking at sums of it. You know, at the end of the day, do you remember like where I work? We got this motorhome, and I got rid of my daily drive.
You did,
okay, and it weren't going to be a problem, because where I work, I get a permit. Where I rent my place, I get a permit for parking.
Yeah.
Okay. The only problem is that parking's tight, and it was tight then, and I couldn't always get parked up. So I used to park my vehicle on a car park down at the bottom, but then when I finished at night time, it was like a death trap, that car park, and that also got...
You got boy races, hasn't it?
Yeah, people
drugs.
like donutting and doing all sorts of crazy stunts, and if you have a look at it, then there's all, you know, all tyre marks and everything, and you know, every night it got reported, but it was dangerous walking in the dark while they're spinning round. Now, luckily for me, it's the different car park to where my customers come, so that's not an issue. But down there it was. And then I couldn't get in there. Because they started doing all different stuff. So
they've closed some of it down as well, haven't they?
Yeah. So when we bought the motorhome, me not having the daily drive weren't such a big issue. But what I did was I thought, well, I'll use the train. So I started using trains. But what happened with that is that with the trains, I was putting about 2 hours onto my commute, because the train I wanted, well, it didn't turn up. So I was late, so I had to do a train before that. But then it started being that weren't even turning up. So like 3 trains before to get in, and then on the night time, I'd get cancelled and I weren't getting in until 11 o'clock at night.
No good.
So then summer came round, and then I started cycling.
Yeah.
But then, and that was great. It was fine. And then when summer were coming to a close, well, I got bats flying at me head and stuff like that. So that's why I got a motorbike.
It's dangerous,
weren't it?
Yeah.
Now they're doing some work on the car park where I used to park, so I've got absolutely zero chance now of getting parked up because I work
despite
well
paying
later
for
on.
Your permit.
I've got a payment,
Yeah.
but I don't go in quite at office time. I'm about half hour later than everybody else. Now, you might think, well, just go in half hour earlier, but if I did that, it'd be 14 and a half hour days or whatever.
Yeah,
so,
no, it's not good.
You got to draw a line. So, I need to use the motorbike to get to work because if I didn't then I wouldn't get to work.
You need to be thinking about work, you were saying.
And this is what I'm getting to. So, by trying to get to work, well, it's put me in a position and cost me a load of money.
Yeah.
Because that £3,500 extra, well, I have to pay tax before that's in my bank account. So I'm actually earning a lot more than that to pay that. So it's like the law of diminishing returns. Now, we've been doing this 2.5 years, haven't we? And I've been doing sums of, if we went full time doing this, well, can we afford to do it?
Well, not if the insurance goes up like that, we can't.
Well, I factored all that in.
Plus, we lived in the van.
Well, I factored all that in. I mean, we've got an house. We don't want to lose his house. We spoke about all this. So we wouldn't sell an house, would we?
No.
We won't sell his house because we want a base. Because as much as we like travelling, we also like to sit in a normal bed as well.
Well, we've got girls to come back to, so we don't want to do that.
There's that. But, it's a possibility that we could maybe do it. I don't know if it's because I'm annoyed at minute, but I feel like just going, well, why should I sit and do all them hours when somebody can just take it off me? And then they just keep coming back. It don't matter what I say or what I do or who I talk to about it. It's not going to change, is it?
Just keep paying. Be a good boy and keep paying.
Yeah, I know, but I'm not like that.
I know. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, because you feel like you're pushed into a corner then, don't you? You feel like you're being pushed around, and I won't be pushed around. I won't be pushed around. I feel like I'm being pushed around at the minute, and it's not my fault that somebody's got no morals, and that somebody can't be bothered to actually do the job and get stuff sorted. And that might sound harsh, and it might upset some people, but that's honestly what's happened in this case.
That's how we feel, isn't it?
No, it's what's happened. It is. There were a witness.
I know.
There were a number of witnesses,
and
and there were no witness statements, no description, no nothing.
There was a few witnesses. She even wrote to us to say...
She wrote to us?
She said, please tell them to contact me because I want to help you, but they didn't ever contact.
No.
Which is a real shame.
It's not more than... The thing is, if that were done and dusted, I could probably move on, but it's not done and dusted. It's actually on me. It's a black mark against me. It's me personally. I'm now this crime magnet where people are going to commit crime around me, so I'm high risk. Just because some statistics say that that's the case, but it doesn't actually mean that that's right in this case, does it?
No.
So I've had enough of it.
You're really angry. I think you are ready for a holiday.
Yeah, but we can't have an holiday. We've all just been. Come back and I'm even worse now.
I just think you're too stressed. I think you're talking about leaving work.
Well, we can't have a rest because you've got no holidays left.
Why don't you go away? I'll book it for you. I'll book you a holiday. And I'll hire you a bike. Hey. Where would you like to go?
What, on a bike?
You can't go too far, can you? Not really, but where would you like to go?
It's miserable here, so I don't fancy here.
There's a storm, isn't there, at the moment here?
Spain. Spain's easy, isn't it?
Spain! We wanted to go to Spain in the motorhome, but we didn't have enough time. So you're going to go to Spain. So where do you want to go?
Spain. I'll go anywhere in Spain.
Spain, okay.
Apart from Benidorm, so that's my worst nightmare. I don't want to go Benidorm.
Benidorm?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, sorry about the little rant on this one, but that is...
It's worked out well for you, hasn't it? You're going to Spain.
Actually, that's if it comes off.
What are you going to do without me?
Oh, lots.
Are you going to miss me?
When am I going?
Oh, next week? Can you go next week?
I probably could go next week, yeah.
Let's get a last minute deal. Can you go next week?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, right.
Brilliant.
Just do it.
And you're just going to have dogs then?
Well, I've got to because I've got no holiday days.
Well, no holiday days. What can you do?
It's got the best deal here.
Well, I mean,
Not
not
me.
me.
Why not you?
Because I've just bought a tracker.
Hey, you're good at Spanish, aren't you?
We.
No, that was your French, which you did excel.
Well, listen, I'll tell you one thing, right? I'm genuinely upset, as you can tell, about all of this. However, I have this, my personality, I have about a 5-minute rant. Well, probably not 5. I'll have a day where I get my head down, and then I'm coming back out, and I come out fighting. If we spent all this money on this motorhome, right, and we've got that, we are going to kick the backside out of these motorhome holidays because it's cost us, so we're going to use it.
I
We're going
wanted
to do
to get
all
a
of
new
it.
van, but we can't now that we've got that tracker.
Well, do you know, if we'd have got a new van, we'd have had to have the tracker.
As well as I get that,
and the insurance would have been sky high because it's more value and over a certain amount. I mean, let us know in the comments, have you had that stipulation where you've got to have a tracker fit to your van? You know, have you had over a certain amount? Because over a certain amount, the rules change a little bit. Basically, what they'll insure you, but they don't want you to claim back. And I actually said that to the lady. I said, right, I've got this tracker. And Tony said that 80% of motorhomes are recovered in the first 2 hours.
Is that what he said? How many? 80%?
80% that are stolen. So that you got to think that that's a small percentage that are stolen, but 80%. So although I'm annoyed that I've had to have a tracker, it's cost me, these trackers do seem to make sense. He also said that something like, I think 97% of vehicles that have this tracker in are recovered. Well,
you can't start it, can you said?
Yeah, no, you can't. So
you'd give up trying to steal it, wouldn't you?
Yeah. So they've got a high recovery rate, which is brilliant. Yeah, which is good, isn't it? So that's a positive that comes out of it. That it's
don't really
more
want
secure.
the tracker though.
Well, I mean, I don't want another incident, you know. But I thought, well, that's brilliant because what that's done is actually cut our risk down. Yeah. So when I went back to insurance, I said, I've got this, and it's 97%.
Oh, I see what you're saying, yeah.
And she says, yeah. And I said, so the risks come down, hasn't it? She went, yeah. I said, brilliant. So my risk profile's come down. And she went, yeah. I said, so we're going to drop that premium now? She went, no, it don't work like that. Of course it don't. But anyway, we are going to get this, right? If I go to Spain, I can go and have a look at some campsites.
Yes, because we didn't make it this year. Yeah, okay. Would you do that for me?
Yeah, I will, yeah.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I'll go and
You're going to have to just ring me and show me and take pictures and stuff.
Yeah. So that can be like a little mission where I can go around.
Yeah, okay.
Because what I don't want to do is like drive 3 days and then be somewhere I don't want to be. It's not like getting on a plane, is it?
On the bike, you can just whiz around.
Yeah, of course. A good bike though. Like I want an Africa Twin.
I'll have a look.
Africa Twin. I've seen them. You can get them. I've looked into it.
Okay.
Africa
I'll have a
Twin.
look. I don't know.
That's it. I mean, I don't want
to get like a package deal.
I'll pay for it, but I just don't want to like book it all. A package deal.
Well, where you like book a flight in a hotel and a bike. I don't know.
Well, anyway, you think that's bad? That's not the worst thing that's happened because for the eagle eyes of you. Oh, don't worry, not a thing. No, it's not that. Nothing to do with you. So this morning, like when I got up, I looked in the mirror and I got some flyaway eyebrows. So I thought, well, I'll just quickly just trim them. And I thought, you know, like when you get up, I think I've been in the shower actually, so it were all a bit steamy. And I look at my trimmers, and I thought,
oh, I didn't even notice.
I look.
What have you done?
Because I looked at my trimmers, I thought it said 4, and then I went like that, but it were actually on 2.
You look like a rapper.
I look like Vanilla Ice.
Da, 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 da. Yeah, you do. Oh, Andrew, will that grow back?
Wait till I'm in Spain, somewhere nice, with sunshine on. I got my holiday thing. Yeah. Might have to tramline it.
Nobody come near you. They think you're some sort of weird. Yeah, I think you're going to enjoy that, and I think you're going to be ready for it. All right?
Yeah, just unplug a little bit, get this done.
You leave me here with dogs, and you have a really good time.
I will. Thank you. So let us know in the comments if you've had any issues with insurance. I know that it changes when you get over 70. I think
you have to have some sort of test or eye test or something. I think you need to do that. Yeah,
it's an expensive thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know, it's yeah, that's how it is. What a rant! Rant over. Anyway, we'll see you next time.
Please like, subscribe, comment, share with your friends.
And I think if fingers crossed, Next time I see you, I'll be in España.
You might see Madrid.
Madrid?
Yeah, it's Spanish, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. And say, get me a pint of Madrid over there. Ooh, yeah. All right. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
See you later.